Hello, my beanie family. Of course, I have to start this video off by saying that the recipe that I am about to show you is what I do for my kids. This is what works best for me and my children. I am not telling you to go and make this. I'm not telling you that this is something you have to do for your children. This is just a recipe that I would like to share with people, ways to get nutrition into your children by food naturally at the end of the night, to get your children nice and relaxed at the end of the night, to help them get a good, nice rest throughout the night. And yes, I have entered the very, very, very wonderful picky eater stage. So my children have all of a sudden started devouring things and then transitioned to, no, I don't want that. So this is my way at the end of the day of giving my children a full nutritious bottle. And it's also my way of making sure they are nice, relaxed, and comfortable and get a good night's rest. If you do decide to use this recipe and make this for your children, just know that you are doing it at your own risk. This is not me telling you to go ahead and do it. This is not telling me that this is something that you're supposed to be doing for your children. This is just a recipe that works well for my children. And if you decide to do this recipe, you're doing it at your own risk. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy the video and have a wonderful day. Everyone, so I am going to quickly show you guys how I make my 2-year-old toddlers knockout bottles. Also a way to get nutrition in them at the end of the night if you don't give your kid like a multivitamin, but to also make sure they have like protein. My kids have unfortunately entered the very picky stage, so if they haven't eaten much for dinner, we'll make this stuff at night to give to them in a bottle, and they drink it, they like it, and it gives them a bunch of nutrients, and it also makes them sleepy. Here are the ingredients. So I have 1 tea bag steeped of cozy chamomile. It helps relax them at night, so I am steeping this. Now the amount that I'm making is going to last us about tonight and tomorrow, and then I'll just make some more. I have some cinnamon, I have some figs here, I have some Vital Protein collagen to help make sure that they get their protein in, because they didn't eat much meat today, and then to make sure they get a lot of their fruits and vegetables in, I'm using my Tonic Alchemy, which you guys, if you follow my TikTok, you'll see a lot of this stuff on my TikTok. I usually use honey or agave, but for tonight's bottle, I'm not going to use it. Tonight, I'm not going to use it because the base of this, to thicken it, is the Cheerios, and this already has sugar in it. This is gluten-free, the multigrain Cheerios. So because this already has some sweetness to it, I am not going to use any honey or agave. I'm going to add some zinc and some vitamin D3 and K2. So this is everything that is going into the knockout bottle. Forgot to add the milk, the Chobani oat milk is what I'm using. If you guys use this recipe, use whatever milk that you decide, but my kids can't have milk, so we are using the Chobani oat milk. Normally we use, well, not normally, but we kind of go back and forth between Chobani and the Silk soy, but I'm liking how the Chobani blends up better than the soy, because the soy kind of makes it a little bit more frothy than normal, so I love to do the Chobani extra creamy. And that also adds some more sustenance to the bottle. This is the amount of cereal that I'm going to use. You don't want to add too much cereal because it's going to be very, very thick if you add too much cereal. So this is probably about a cup of Cheerios. You can use whatever grain cereal you like, but we like Cheerios, Corn Flakes, or like the rice cereal. But today we're using multigrain. Next, I'm going to add a couple sprinkles of cinnamon, about maybe 2 teaspoons full of cinnamon. So this collagen is 18 grams of protein in 1 scoop for 4 tablespoons. A toddler needs about 14 grams, so this is a little less than a scoop that I'm going to put in here, and it'll be enough for the both of them. Now I'm going to add a scoop of my Tonic Alchemy. This is also enough for the both of them. Now, normally I would give this to them during the day, but because they didn't eat much today, I'm adding it to their nighttime bottle. This will change the color of the entire drink, but it is what it is when you have to get your kids in some nutrients. So now I am going to add 2 figs. Now, figs is a great way for your child or yourself to naturally relax at night. You're going to get a little sleepy, so it's kind of like a natural melatonin. So because I am making a big batch, this will last us again between tonight and tomorrow night. So I'm adding 2 figs in there, and then put this in the refrigerator to keep it nice and fresh. Next, I'm going to add some zinc and some vitamin D3 and K2. So this is what we're looking like. Now that is added in there, I just added it off camera so I can make sure I got the measurements correct. Now I'm going to add my chamomile in here, and I'm going to put this whole cup in there. Add that in there. Now the last step is filling it up with the milk. This bad boy all covered up. I'm going to put this on my NutriBullet blender and blend it up. And while that's blending, I'm going to get the bottles ready and put together. Well, the sippy cups, I should say. And then this is going to thicken up. Again, this is going to last for tonight, tomorrow, maybe the next day after that. Because with the cereal and everything, it's going to get a little bit thick. So to loosen it up, to stretch it out a little bit, you're going to add some more water to it. But pretty much mainly today and tomorrow. So there's enough in there to get what they need in for the night without overdoing anything. And getting all their nutrients in. They did eat throughout the day, so they did have something. I just like to, if I feel like they did not eat enough because they're so picky, this will get like what they need in for like the rest of the day. Like because today they had milk. They had snacks throughout the day. They did eat some dinner, but this is just to make sure that your child, or my kids I should say, get what they need at night. And it's all through food. So, and then obviously, you know, added a few extra supplements, but it's all food based, and that's what I like. Have everyone a nice, nutritional, warm, cozy, nutritious knockout bottle. You have everything you need in there. Again, my kids have eaten throughout the day here and there, so they did get some stuff into their bodies, but I just added these things to make sure that they end the day with what they need. If you guys were wondering, like, say that they really did not eat much today and they didn't get their balanced meal, and you want to make sure that they get exactly what they need, you can measure this out mainly and this out in their actual bottles. But you'll just blend up this and this together, and then after that's blended up together, then you can physically add it directly to the bottle to make sure that your child gets exactly the amounts that they need. This I just kind of add what I feel is appropriate for their height and weight, or again, this is stretched out between 2 nights worth of milk, so they're good. And you cannot overdose on this stuff. Like you have to drink so much chamomile to, like, you know, have it affect you. This is just natural stuff. Your kid's fine. Trust me, I've been using it since they could have a bottle, since they can have their own milk. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Again, if you choose to do this, just know that you're doing it all at your own risk. This is just what I do for my children and what helps my kids. If you do, again, I reiterate, good job, honey, reiterate that if you use this recipe, you're doing it at your own risk. But this is what I do for my children. So I'm going to go put this in the refrigerator and give them their bottles.